Now at 5:30, a big day in the race for the White House with Election Day in just over 3 months. Here's a live look from Texas, where Vice President Kamala Harris is attending and just wrapping up her speech at a campaign rally and fundraiser tonight in Houston. Let's listen in.
Vote and get them to the polls, because when we organize, mountains move. When we mobilize, nations change. And when we vote, we make history. So let us continue to fight faith with optimism and with hope. And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you.
Vice President Kamala Harris and presidential candidates speaking at a campaign rally in Houston today, and she's expected to announce her VP pick any day now. And in the last couple of hours, former President Trump stepped up to the stage in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. His first visit to the battleground state since he was the target of an assassination attempt there just 3 weeks ago. Now, earlier today in Chicago, Trump's attempt to court black voters at a meeting turned contentious. Natalie Brand is at the White House with the details.
Former President Donald Trump took the stage at the National Association of Black Journalists convention for what quickly became a heated question and answer session.
You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. Why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question.
And he dismissed Vice President Kamala Harris's black heritage when asked about some Republican lawmakers' comments attacking her as a diversity, equity, and inclusion hire.
She was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
Trump has been heavily courting black voters but faces a new dynamic with Harris as the presumptive Democratic nominee. Supporters say her candidacy has infused new energy into the race.
It's about bringing everybody together for a good cause, which is to make sure that we have democracy and that we have somebody in there that's looking out for the rights of everybody.
Tonight, Vice President Harris speaks to a historically black sorority in Houston, a network of voters that began mobilizing for her after President Biden dropped out of the race. CBS News has learned Harris is expected to announce a running mate by Monday. The shortlist includes popular Democratic governors and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly.
I trust she will make that decision on her own terms when she is ready.
Harris plans to hit the road with her VP pick in several key battleground states next week, starting in Pennsylvania.
In a statement, the Harris campaign said the former president lobbed personal attacks and insults at black journalists today in the same way he did throughout his presidency.